The Amazing Race is kicking off its 29th season tonight with a brand new twist. This year's contestants are all complete strangers who will actually meet on the starting line. Take a look.
Take a really good look at the people standing around you. Have a good look. I am up because you are about to pair up with a complete stranger for a 9-country, 17-city, 36,000-mile race around the world for how much?
$1 million! And we are so lucky to be joined by host Phil Keoghan with more details on what to expect for this year's race. Thanks so much for chatting with us.
Oh, of course. It's a very different start to the Amazing Race. We've never done this before. We've never tried this before. And strangers, imagine that. Imagine you're suddenly teamed up with a stranger and there's $1 million on the line. It's unlike anything we've done before.
Okay, I can't imagine it, but before we get too far into anything about this season, we want to let you know we interviewed Liz Espey, the contestant from Maryville, Missouri, earlier this week, and she recorded a little something for you. Let's take a listen.
Hi Phil, it's Liz from The Amazing Race. It was good to see you on the show, and I hope to get to see you more later on in the show. But one thing that I really want you to talk about is how you sold an auction and how we kind of have that same auctioneering skill.
Okay, tell us about it, Phil. Who knew?
Who knew? Do I hear 25, 25, 25, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, CBS tonight. 10 o'clock, CBS tonight. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be a great one. At 25, I got 30. Looking for 40, looking for 40, got 40.
I love it.
She walked in and started like just doing her auctioneering out of the gate. And I said to her, I said, sell yourself, like, you know, sell yourself like you sell anything else. And she walked in, she sold herself, and we were like, we got to have you. You're so funny. She rocked up there with her cowboy boots on and a gung-ho attitude, ready to go around the world. And we were really happy to have her. She brought a great spirit to the show. And that's very cool. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Well, we love this new twist that strangers are competing with each other. How does this change the game up?
Well, it's, you know when you go to a supermarket and you meet a stranger and you're polite to them because you don't know them, and we're all generally, we're reasonably polite to strangers. There's a little bit of that at the beginning of the race. When they're paired up with each other, they're sort of very nice. Oh, no, you go first. Oh, no, please, you go first. And then after about 80 hours, it's like they're in a pressure cooker for 80 hours, and all of a sudden, it's like maybe the 7th year in a marriage, and everything just sort of, it's like it just happens really quick. After about 80 hours, they were like, listen, you need to respect me. I am part of this team. I will not be spoken to like that. You must listen to me and understand that I have a lot to bring to the team here. Now,
things get
let's
real.
slow down and let's communicate. Yeah, things get real very, very quickly. But at the beginning, it's all, there's a lot of niceties.
Tell us about some of the contestants this season.
Well, Liz, obviously, we've got the gift of the gab. We have a butcher with a big, bushy beard who's really, really good at, with his hands at doing his butchering work. He's been a butcher for 20-something years. We have some law enforcement people. We have a firefighter. We have an active Army officer who's away on duty right now, but she's also the mom of 4. We have a Wall Street analyst, lawyers. Gosh, we have somebody who is a drum major for the band at college in Boulder, Colorado. It's an eclectic mix. And one of the great things about having 22 strangers is because they're not teams of 2, they have even less in common than we've had before when we have 11 teams of 2. And we've always prided ourselves in having a diverse team anyway.
All right, well, we can't wait to watch it. Obviously, here in Kansas City, we'll be rooting for Liz, but we're very excited. Phil, thanks so much for your time.
10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock tonight. CBS, CBS, do I hear 30? I got 40, I got 40, I got 40, I got 50.
If you ever
50,
need a backup
60.
career again, The Amazing Race premieres tonight, like he said, 9 p.m. right here on KCTV 5.